Parashat Re'eh summary. Moshe outlined very clearly for Klal Yisrael that the choice is ours. If we follow the ways of Hashem, then we will have a life of good and bracha. If we don't, then we will have a life of kelala, curses, and bad. Upon arriving in Eretz Yisrael, the Jewish people are to go to two mountains near the city of Shechem. On Har Gerizim, they are to give berachot for those who fulfill the will of Hashem, and on Har Eival, they are to give curses to those who go away from the way of Hashem. In the last three parashiyot, Moshe commanded Bnei Israel to follow the way of the Torah. In this parasha, Moshe reviewed many of the mitzvot and informed Bnei Israel of some new ones. Some of the mitzvot are that Eretz Canaan was filled with many idols, and upon entering you must destroy every one. When the Mishkan was in a semi-permanent location like Shiloh, it was asur to bring korbanot outside the Mishkan on a private or public mizbeach called a bama. It was mutar, was permitted, when the Mishkan was in Giv'on and the Gilgal or Nov. But once the Bet HaMikdash is built, one may no longer bring a korban on a bama. Before eating an animal or bird, it must be shechted properly. Although the meat is thereby permitted, you may not eat its blood. If it's not slaughtered properly, it is called a nevela and may not be eaten. If a person claims to be a navi, a prophet, and an idol spoke to him, or that Hashem told him that a mitzvah no longer applies forever, even if that person does miracles, he is a navi sheker, a false prophet, and is to be put to death by bet din. A person who attempts to influence others to serve avodah zarah is called a mesit, and is chayav sekilah, stoning. Even a close relative is to be given to bet din and put to death if he does so. A city where more than half of the people served idols is called Ir Hanidachat. All people who served avodah zarah are put to death. The others may leave the city, however, all possessions, even of the innocent, are destroyed, and the city may never be rebuilt. In order for an animal to be kosher, it must have split hooves and chew its cud. For fish to be kosher, it must have fins and scales. For kosher birds, the Torah doesn't give us signs, rather, it gives us a list of those that are not kosher. We may not eat insects. Certain vegetables, as we know, must be properly checked for insects. There are three prohibitions regarding meat cooked in milk. One may not cook it, even not to eat it. One may not eat it, even if someone else cooked it. And one may not have benefit from an already cooked mixture, no matter who made it. Upon harvesting the crop, the owner must separate ma'aser rishon, 1/10 of the remaining produce, after terumah has been removed, and give it to the Levi. He then separates another 1/10 of that which is remaining. In the first, second, fourth, and fifth year of the Shemitah cycle, that second 1/10 is called Ma'aser Sheni, and he takes it to Jerusalem and eats it there. If it is too difficult to transport, or he's worried it may go bad, he can exchange it for money and use the money in Jerusalem to buy food. In the third and sixth year of the Shemitah cycle, the second 1/10 is Ma'aser Ani, and given to the poor people. In the seventh year of the Shemitah cycle, since everything is ownerless, there are no separations taken off. At the end of the Shemitah, all loans are cancelled out. If a person made a prosbol, which is a document that puts bet din in charge of the loan, he can collect it even after Shemitah. We have a special mitzvah of giving tzedakah, helping out others financially or other ways. If a Jew steals and cannot pay back, he is sold as a slave, an eved ivri. When he is set free after 6 years, the master must send him away with presents of bread, meat, and wine. This is known as ha'anaka. If the eved, the slave, does not want to go free, then he is taken to bet din, a hole is made in his ear, and he remains a slave until Yovel, the 50th year of the cycle. The first male born, the bechor, of cattle and sheep may not be worked or sheared. The animal is given to the kohen, who brings it like a korban shalamim. If, however, it has a mum, it is mutar, permissible to everyone. Lastly, on the Shalosh Regalim, the 3 holidays, Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot, there is a mitzvah of being ole regel, going up to the Bet HaMikdash, bringing korbanot, and rejoicing in our portion of being Hashem's special nation.